and since we're on Ramsar, Moreton Bay in my home state has currently a proposal before it, and I can't remember what stage of the referral process it's at, nor can I remember the proponent because it's been a very long week. But the redevelopment of the ferry terminal there, which is and also planned to be some mass industrialisation and which involves reclaiming some of the site, 40 hectares from memory, anyway, a fair chunk. What's been your involvement in that proposal to date, if any?
Well, that was, I think, summarised in advice provided to this committee on Monday by the officers involved, in the department officers involved with the EPBC, and I think they advised the senators that, as is the normal course of these things, we've been consulted and will continue to be consulted as far as the Ramsar site goes.
Okay, and what scope and amount does that consultation amount to? What, like, will you do on-site inspections? Will you do a desktop review? What does that actually mean in practice for the involvement that you'll have with that application?
Our involvement will be as intense as demanded by the nature of the development. We'll be a source of continuing advice and engagement with our colleagues in the department around the development. There are conversations underway around the proposal itself.
Yes.
We're involved in those and we will provide advice as the procedure continues.
Senator, I would just add, it is fairly common for us to have, at some point during the assessment process, we're at the very beginning, we haven't even made the decision of whether it's controlled action or not yet. Just to pick that point up. But during the course of an assessment, it's fairly typical for the assessment officers, and if they need to bring experts such as from the Ramsar area of the department to that site inspection, we'll do so.
I see. Okay, so it might involve a site inspection.
That's correct.
Is there anything that you're able to give me at this quite early stage in the process about the input that you've had on the substance, on the potential impact on Ramsar of that Toondah Harbour massive expansion?
Senator, it's been very general advice because, as my colleagues indicated, it's very early in the process. No decisions have been made and there are discussions about the very nature of the proposal. So it's been the sort of broad generic advice around the convention and adjustments to boundaries and the nature of development within Ramsar sites.
Is that something that you'd be able to provide to us?
Senator, if we get to the point where we've made either a controlled action decision or not that type of decision, there'll be an explanation of the basis for that decision at that time.
Okay, I understand. Does that mean that are you able to provide the structural advice about boundary redefinitions to us, or was that a no?
We would be following the process that Mr Knudson's outlined. There is generic information available through the convention around this that's in the public domain.
Okay.
And we would be able to provide that.
And you consider that applies to this situation?
Well, it's a matter for consideration under this because of the proposal being within.
All right.
And that information is freely available in the public domain,
Yeah.
how the convention regards it.
Great. Thanks for your time.